Claire Mercer set up the Smart Motorways Kill campaign after her husband Jason had a minor collision with another driver on the M1. They both pulled over to exchange details after being unable to get to the nearest refuge area. The Smart Motorway failed to spot the drivers while they were stood outside their vehicles, and they were both killed after being hit by a lorry. Speaking directly to Mersey Focus, Mercer says the suspension does not go far enough.
That is the only thing that will stop the campaign. The hard shoulder permanently brought back on every single motorway, because they could have done that with this announcement. It's the easiest and cheapest thing to do. They could have just flicked the switch and turned the first lane off, and the first lane is permanently switched off, and you've got your hard shoulder back. I don't care what you call it, as long as it's not used for general traffic.
Stuart Hatfield at South Yorkshire Motorcycle Action Group has publicly announced his support for Claire Mercer's campaign after he saw a minibus stranded in a live lane without any warning on a smart motorway. He sees the government change in approach as a step in the right direction.
It's a positive step when you look at the incidents that's happened on it, and to gather more information and more data. There's only one little thing I would say about it, is that they're already taking at the last 2 years, the data gathered there, they're already using that as well within the 5 years. So basically, it's only going to run 3 more years.
South Yorkshire Police and Crime Commissioner Dr. Alan Billings has always been against smart motorways. He spoke to Claire after she challenged South Yorkshire Police to charge National Highways for corporate manslaughter. However, the Crown Prosecution Service said that National Highways owe no duty of care to anyone who broke down on the motorways. He thinks that National Highways do hold some accountability.
It seems to me quite extraordinary that Highways England, National Highways can alter the configuration of the motorway and make it, in my view, less unsafe by doing that. And they've got no duty of care to those of us who drive along it and might break down in it. That just seems to me to be wrong. And I can't believe that there's not a legal challenge to that. So she's going to explore that. I was very interested in that. I mean, I have to be not careful. I suppose careful. I have to be careful myself around this, because it's my police force, South Yorkshire Police, that she is challenging over this. And I challenge them myself as part of my holding to account responsibilities. But I don't want to do too much high profile publicly against my own police force. That's not very helpful. But I do want to challenge the legal opinion that they've got.
He also said that the general public feel unsafe using smart motorways and has called for the hard shoulder to be reinstalled.
I know they feel unsafe, because I get inundated whenever I raise the issue of smart motorways. I get people emailing me, not just from South Yorkshire, but from all over the country, saying they are unsafe. I've never yet had anyone saying, "You don't know what you're talking about. These motorways are perfectly safe. I feel fine." I've never had that at all. So it's very unusual when there's a controversial issue and I write something or say something publicly. I usually get people on one side and the other side writing in or getting in touch with me. I've never had anybody saying that smart motorways are a good idea, not a single one.
I tried to approach National Highways and the government for a response, but neither of them wanted to talk. Claire and all other campaigners have shown no signs of giving up and will continue fighting. I'm Matthew Welch, reporting for Mersey Focus.